How many of y'all came to learn how to make money as artists?
Got that right.
Any of you? Want to learn how to make money?
We all trying to make some motherfucking money.
Okay, thank you, Sean. How many of y'all are already making money as artists?
Oh.
As artists, okay, I see 2 hands. Thank you for your honesty. Okay, do you realize other than doing shows that you can make money other ways?
Hell yeah.
Y'all is looking blank. I need y'all to talk back to me. I don't like it.
Get it to him.
Okay, how many of you guys have your PRO set up? I don't see no hands. So y'all know what PRO is? See, I don't know what level y'all at, so I don't want to talk to you like you in kindergarten if you're in the 5th grade. So that's why I'm asking you these questions. So, do y'all know what PRO is? Do you understand what I'm asking you? No? Thank you for your honesty. PRO is your Performing Rights Organization. It's your BMI, your ASCAP, your CSAC. How many of you guys are registered with one of those?
Right.
Okay, it looks like most of you are registered with one of those. Okay? Those of you who are not, this is how I'm going to start this. If I talk about something you know nothing about, I can be found at Precious Shonda Swain Peaks on Facebook. You might want to go ahead and put that in there. You may realize you want to ask me some questions later.
That's a whole lot of names.
Okay? In addition to that, I can be reached via text at 786-361-8235. This is the only time I'm going to give that information. So if you didn't whip out your phone, you didn't want it. Okay? Say that one more time. Area code 786-361-8235. And you got to text me, because if you call, I ain't going to answer. You got to text me, then call me, and then I'll answer. Okay? So, for those who are not registered with BMI, ASCAP, or CSAC, this next thing I'm going to tell you isn't going to make a lot of sense. For those of you who are, how many of you are taking advantage of using your app on your phone? I don't see a lot of hands on that one. Okay. For those of you who are registered with your PRO, put the app on your phone. In the app, there is an option called Live. ASCAP and BMI both have Live. When you're getting ready to go to an event, don't do it the day of. They're not going to give you credit for it. About a week, 2 weeks before, go into your app and put in where you're going. When you get there, you're going to check in like you do with everything else. When you do your performance, you're going to catch your performance on your live. They're going to give you credit as if it was a radio spin. How many of you guys have radio spins? Okay, so some of you guys who have radio spins and PRO are already getting checks, right?
Yes.
Okay, so if you add your live performances, that's going to come in also. See, some people are like, well, it's only a few cents at a time. Residual income is residual income. The more you build it up, the more it will come. Believe it or not, radio stations, some big-time promoters, they look at these things before they book you or they play you. If you're not charting anywhere, you won't chart nowhere. Okay? How many of you guys understand the importance of having a team? Okay, I only see a few hands. If there's an artist in this building who thinks he can succeed all by himself, I've been doing this 30 years, let me tell you, you're going to fail. A proper team consists of a manager. I don't mean your homeboy. I don't mean your baby mama. I mean a manager. A manager needs to have these 3 skills. They need to know law, they need to know accounting, and they need to know how to talk to people. If they know those 3 things, they can figure out everything else. But if they don't know law, they're not going to know how to read your contracts. If they don't know accounting, they're not going to know how to budget your money and watch your money. And if they don't know how to talk to people, they're not going to be able to get you any jobs.
Right.
Okay? So you need a manager. You need a production team. So y'all think that beat makers are producers. Beat makers aren't producers. Beat makers are beat makers. If you're a beat maker, please don't be offended. Let's just work on becoming a producer. Because a producer doesn't just make the beat and send it to somebody. A producer helps that artist to make that song a hit. See, the two come together and make chemistry and make hits. Okay? So if all you do is hop on Fruity Loops and ding, 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 you are a beat maker, and that is okay. It's okay. But if you want to get some royalty checks, improve your craft and become a producer. Okay? So I hope I haven't offended anybody yet. I'm good at that. But I want y'all to walk away knowing the basics. I'm not going to give y'all a whole lot. It's a lot of y'all that got to perform. But I'm going to give you the basics, and I've already gave you my contact info. If you had good common sense, you took it. And then you'll call and ask for questions of what I didn't tell you. How many of you realize that it is important to buy an original beat? Everybody going on YouTube, downloading the same beat. Guess what? Can't none of y'all make no money off of it. At all. You just beating a dead horse. You cannot be an artist and be broke. You could be an artist and work at McDonald's. You could be an artist and work in the peanut field. But you cannot be an artist and be 100% broke. You have to invest in yourself. The first thing, if you're going to be an artist, you need to invest in is the beats. Because your beats make your song. If your music isn't right, you might as well go a cappella. If everybody has your same beat, you might as well go a cappella. Because you can't establish who you are. Each and every one of you look different. So I'm assuming that each of you know that you need your own identity in this industry. You can't be Kodak or Bebop or Hippity Hoop Hoop. You can't be nobody but you. If your whole career is built on you being someone else, you will eventually fail. Okay? It's okay. It doesn't even matter what you look like. In some cases, it don't matter what you sound like. What matters is what your hustle is like. So I'm looking around the room, and I don't need you to raise your hands. It's some street hustlers, or at least ex-street hustlers in this room. If you apply that street hustle to your music hustle, you will win. The same hood you used to go through and sell weed in, go take your music back there. If your face was good, they're going to support you. Wow. Now, if your face was dirty, don't go.
Amen.
Now, if y'all thought I was going to come up here and keep a textbook with you, I'm sorry if I let you down.
You definitely don't do that.
We're going to keep it 100. I need to use LJ for an example. Where's LJ at? LJ, I want you to come up here. And I want you to show them. And I know Charles was supposed to bring some, but didn't. You see this? This is a walking billboard.
Can we get some light over there?
Woo! It's a walking billboard.
Where's the light?
Stand in the light. Everything, his shirt, his jewelry, his etc. Now, if you want it, don't make yourself a billboard. But hopefully you not want it. You be a walking billboard. An artist is an artist 24 hours a day. Unless you wear a uniform at work, you walk your image everywhere you go. So if you only put on clothes to go do a show, and the rest of the time you running around here with your butt out and your hair messed up, you ain't an artist for real. You ain't an artist for real. Because an artist, I skipped some stuff. Let me rewind. Let me rewind. Each and every one of you, whether you realize it or not, if you're an artist, if you're a producer, if you're a beat maker, if you're a model, if you're a blogger, whatever you are a business. You're a business. You should have an EIN number. You should have a business bank account. You should have a Cash App, a PayPal, a Zelle, and a Square. If you do not have those things, I suggest on Monday, you find them. If you don't know how, that nice little number I gave you, you might want to call it and I'll tell you how to do it. But, oh, it's a holiday. Thank you, Chung. Thank you. Keep me straight. Tuesday. So the reason that you need to be a business is because how else are you going to get paid? The promoter's going to want to write a check to Bob the Builder. In real life, you ain't Bob the Builder. You Harry Sam. Well, okay. Where your money going? How you tracking your stuff? You realize if you're a business, you can write this stuff off on your taxes. The outfits you guys wore to this event are a tax write-off.
Yes, it is.
The shoes, that hair, is a tax write-off. The gas, the drinks in your hand, they are a tax write-off. So you might be saying, well, I ain't never filed taxes because I ain't got a job. You're an artist. You got a job. You're a business. How many of you have already been doing that?
Raise your hand.
How many of you are brand new artists? How many of you just started within the last year? Okay. How many within the last 2 years? So it's safe to assume that everybody else is maybe 5 years or more in? Okay, so right now, how many of you guys are 5 years or more in? If I pulled up SoundScan, will I find your name? I don't care if it's only with 5 spins. Will I find your name? Because your goal is to be known somewhere other than by your neighbors. You could be Facebook famous all day, but Facebook ain't cut no checks. Now, it monetizes now, but it just started monetizing recently. So, even YouTube used to cut nice checks, and then they switched their game up. And now you gotta have all these followers, and all these subscribers, and all these hours. So where's your hustle at? I think I have a video guy here who told me he's the best in the business. Mr. Marcus, I'm gonna ask you a question if you don't mind. How many artists come to you for a real video? I don't mean them videos for YouTube. I mean a real color-corrected, TV-ready video.
I would say on the average, no.
They don't want to pay the money for it, do they? You guys have to get out of I want to do it for YouTube if you only got 3 followers because you ain't just to get paid. You got to get to the point where you want to take the risk and hop out. And I'm not just to say go to World Star because they don't pay you neither. You need to start getting on TV. You need to start getting on the different VJ stations so that you can make some doggone royalties off these videos you're spending all this money for. You is running around here renting cars like nobody knows you rented it, renting jewelry, and renting females. Maybe not y'all, but artists rent jewelry, so don't even go there. Yes, artists rent jewelry. Listen, and they rent cars and they rent women too to ride in the car. Listen, the video man can tell you, am I lying? He'll tell you, I am not lying. You have people that'll go buy full, laid out outfits, leave a tag on them and take them back. Now you going through all that for a video that you ain't gonna make $2 off of. Get the knowledge. Put yourself together. Your car is whipped up and hooked up and fly. Your house is whipped up and hooked up and fly, and hopefully your children is hooked up. Get your business together. Because if it doesn't make money, it's a hobby, not a business.
Yeah.
And the rap game can be a very expensive hobby.
Yeah.
Because if you don't have a studio time averages what? $30 to $100 an hour, depending on what city you're in. Mixing and mastering runs $75 to about $350, depending on how many tracks you have.
Yes.
Come on now.
Get it to them.
Come on. See, you got to get it together. Because, see, I have a studio. y'all talking about they got a YouTube piece, I just look and shake my head.
But they don't know what they're doing.
I'll sell you the studio time, and we'll mix and master it. But what you gonna do with that? You can't make no money off of it.
Right.
Exactly. You're running around, excuse the way I say this, but you're running around trying to get some draws off your music. Because that's all you getting is draws. You ain't getting no money. Now, how many of you went into the business to get draws? It's okay to raise your hand if that's all you're in it for.
I buy my own draws.
Okay.
So then let's focus. Okay, I'm sorry for saying draws. Okay, you can't say draws?
She can say draws.
Oh.
Censorship says no draws. No. But do you guys have any questions? Any questions?
Any questions?
Yes, now? On the piece? After.
She don't want you to say draws.
No questions? Because now I'm in trouble saying draws.
All right, man, y'all give it up for Miss President, man. With that being said, hey, drummer, crank it back up, man. I'll be right back to introduce the first performer. Man, y'all mix, mingle, man. Get to know these people, man. There's a lot of people in here, man. A lot of y'all probably looking for videos, producers, whatever, man.
Good job. Yeah, that was a very good. No. You know something? That's more than the motherfucker gonna learn in 10 years.